Welcome to Lost Culture, your one-stop destination for everything pop culture. My name is Aston, and today we're going to do a review and a recap for Atlanta Season 1, Episode 4, Fearless. So in this episode, we get to see Earn and Darius. Earn and Darius goes on their adventure together, and we get to see Paperboy basically go on his adventure. So it starts off with Paperboy and Earn outside the club. It looks like Paperboy just performed, and we meet a new character named Zan. Zan's outside the club. We see he's merchandising. He had his t-shirts, he had his hats. He has other shirts too on the ground. And he's like kind of like a fan, but he's super hyped. Like, oh, Paperboy, let me take a picture with you. Let me get one for the gram. Let me get one for the Snapchat. And he basically doing it for everything. And we see when Darius tries to roll up, he's like, oh, basically get the fuck away from Paperboy. Everybody, even though like the audience knows like Darius Paperboy is like best friend or whatever, but we see Zan really like low key tripping, and he's super extra. Like, dude is super extra. And when he's doing all this, we see Paperboy not really feeling it. I'm confused why Paperboy was sweating so hard. Like, I've been to Georgia before. I know you sweat for no reason, but he was just sitting there. The longer the take went, the more he was sweating. Like, anytime we see Paperboy, he always sweating. But besides that, we get to see like he's not really feeling it. Nobody really feeling Zan's energy. So like, it basically get upset at him, whatever. That leads to kind of like an internet beef. On the internet beef, we see he doing skits. We see like we see Paperboy take out his trash. He's like, oh, I found my mixtapes. I should put them in the right place. And you see him throwing them in the trash can. We see he made the skit when his home, like when people make dumb, when your friend is playing garbage music, you see him like jump out of the car. We seen what did he do at? Oh, the Paperboy. He was talking about how it was like 50 people with the same name in the same city, and they all make garbage music. Like, you don't sell, everybody can't sell drugs and everybody can't rap. And he basically talking about him, and yeah. So we see all that out, and basically, like, Earn told him before he left not to like get involved in it. Like, let's just leave old boy alone, because if he got involved, basically, he's gonna give more fuel to the fire, which he did. We see it start to blow up. We actually went and met Zan at his job. Zan ended up being like a pizza delivery guy, and like a little kid in the car. And he does all this just for like stunt, like just for the likes and shit. Like, even that little meme he had, like when your girl go through your DMs, the little Arthur joint. It really didn't make sense, whatever. And his thing was, it don't matter, I got the likes. And that's all his thing. So basically, he gave life to this dude who wouldn't have had no way if it wasn't for Paperboy giving him attention. And we see like issues like this, like Wale does stuff like this with his fans and stuff, and people like antagonize him online. You see him respond. We see like Joe does it. So you see it's pretty common. And then besides that, we see when Paperboy actually goes with it, like he was getting ready to beat Zan's ass. Luckily the little kid was in the car, which stopped something bad from happening. One thing I did notice also, in every episode they showed the gun that they used to shoot old boy, I believe. So I feel like that's gonna come back in later on down the season. It's only like 6 episodes left, and I really don't know what role it's gonna play, but they make sure they show us that gun every episode. And we're meant to believe that's the gun they used to shoot old boy with in the first episode. So when you ride with him, they don't really talk about anything. He's basically telling him like, I don't really want to like fuck you up in front of your son. He tells him my son is using him for Vine videos, and he asked him to say this, to do his little role or whatever. And the little dude just cussing, like, and it's sad because, you know, it's supposed to be a comedy, which is what, like, it is pretty funny. They're actually just mirroring things we see in real life, because there's always a bunch of kids online cussing and stuff for like videos and vines just for likes to go viral and whatnot. And we eat it up even though we know it's wrong. So like, I'm not trying to get too deep or anything saying like our culture is messed up, but like obviously it's messed up. We don't want our kids to do that, but it's okay when we watch other kids do it. But I digress. So they're basically just bringing light on all these issues that we have, and we see when he goes to drop the pizza off, he don't do it. He send a little dude to it, and the little dude basically just get robbed for the pizza. And the whole time, little dude just knock on doors, cussing and screaming, talking about know where you live at, which is messed up. No, it could have got real dangerous for little dude. So we see that happens. We see Paperboy like, damn, like you really just did this for a video. You sent this little kid in harm's way so you can get a video. So we see Paperboy just walk off with his head down. That's really the last we see of Paperboy. Now, going back to Earn and so we see Earn trying to pawn his phone off because he needs money, and he like when they're in the pawn shop, Demetrius is like, well, on the way they like Steve forgot his name. I don't even know who he is. I forgot who they were talking about. And they're talking about the AIDS. Like everybody got that one friend who like come up with a different explanation for AIDS. And he had like two. One was like for basketball, and one was just to kill the homosexual. Like, oh, it was a 2-for-1er. Like, are you like those two things are, yeah, it was like crazy. But and we see he tells him like, look, if you need the money, take the money. If not, I got a better way for you to make more money. Which is like, I wouldn't have trusted him just because I know his personality. But he did come out in the long run. He did come out with a great like paper scheme. I got a homeboy who breeds cane corsos, and he makes mad dough off of those. Like, I forget the name of the kennel, but I put it in the link. Once I'll go and grab the link to his. He does really great things. I know sometimes he gives them away right for disabled vets and things of that nature. So just check out his website. His dogs are really nice, but it's crazy. Like he came up with a scheme. Like we see that he got that sword for like 190, I guess. He took it to the little Chinese spot. Every time he goes to the Chinese spot, something like Genghis Khan, and who else were we talking about? Well, Chinese people don't like black people because they're tall, and a lot of different things. And he really don't know if it's true or not. He don't want. He kind of believes in it because of the first thing that came up, and he's like, oh, do you know who Steve Queen was? Because like, no, I just had that posted there because if people ask me that, I know they're trying to get me to turn around so they can rob me. And it's pretty funny because they were actually just having a real discussion about him before they even got there. So that would have made it pretty funny, even though like I had the same issue, basically the same issue with Donald Glover, because like I have friends who think Donald Glover music is really only like for like white people and stuff and things of that nature. So they'd be like, oh yeah. So it's pretty funny that him of all people that really didn't know it, because he's really considered as like a white rapper. So going on from that, we see they got the sword. They traded the sword up for the cane corso, and with the cane corso, they took over to the farmer, and the farmer was getting ready to breed him. We see he accepted him, and he really didn't want nothing from it. Like he did all this for Earn, just so Earn can have a steady income coming in, which was like mad cool. Even though like Earn kind of freaked out and was like, damn, I really needed this money now, not later. So it was just crazy. Like he did, like it was crazy. He didn't really know what to expect, but like he did tell him the truth. Like, look, you need the money, take it now. But he said he wanted more money. So, hey, there's not really much you could say about it. Like I really liked the episode. It was different from what we normally see them. We still had like the little gangster stuff going on, and we see for Paperboy, life is getting real tough. Like he's not making as much money as he wants to off of the music, so he's still selling drugs. But now, since he's got his stardom is starting to rise, he's starting to have different issues within the neighborhood. We see people are actually camping out the spots that he hang out at, like looking for him. Not friendly, he's actually the ops. They're outside the bar at open time, waiting for him to show up. He got trolls online now. It's just crazy. Life is just blowing up for him, and his finances are not growing at the same rate as his stardom is. So he's getting forced. Like he's continued to sell drugs, put his life at risk, and do what he can to do music. But besides that, like not much really happened in this episode. We see another thing about Van. He's talking about Vanessa needed the money. Earn said Van needed the money, and he's like real broke. We haven't really seen him go to job. We see he's not really staying with Earn. Obviously, he's been staying with Paperboy for the last couple of days. I don't know if Van kicked him out or what, but they don't really say. We didn't even see Van this episode. It's crazy. I kind of miss her. That's really all we have for this episode. So, like, what I liked about this episode, I'm glad we get to see like different like issues within like the hip hop culture, the new social media culture and everything. I'm glad we get to see how they bring up those issues to light, even though they're trying to do like at a comedic type stance. I'm still good that they're bringing it up, and like, that's really all we had. And we see like he's trying to tell them to take the higher road and the bad thing. So I'm glad we get to see all these different things are taking effect, and they're not only just doing it for the comedics. But so I like the episode. My Atlanta move of the week, but I had to go to Demetrius. For the Cane Corso, just getting the money out there, and that's really it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe if you think I missed something or you didn't agree with something that I said. And besides that, follow us on Instagram at lost_culture. Follow me on Instagram at Saint_Aston. As always, stay lost. Before we start with the episode, I'm going to tell everybody thank you. You guys helped me reach my first goal. My first goal was the FX. So if you don't know who this show is, it's basically a brand new show. It's on FX.